So how are we going to improve our process moving from the offboarding platform to Iterable? So the old frustrations that we have don't pop up with new faces and new heads. So the first thing that you can do to make your life better on Iterable and any lifecycle marketing platform is to employ an awesome naming conventions on your journeys. What are journeys? Journeys are sequences of emails that are triggered by events or automatically fired emails, usually multiple at a time. And where people find themselves in a lot of frustration is they miss on the naming convention of their journeys, and they miss on the naming convention of the individual campaigns which go within the journey. Campaign, that's short for touch point. It's email or SMS or push notification, you name it, it's all a campaign. And they go within journeys, and we have to be really careful about our naming conventions. Naming conventions are the heart of all predictability and reliability and capacity to troubleshoot issues and understand problems. So I have a very solid system for creating naming conventions, and I'm happy to introduce your organization to it. But regardless, we have to be very, very intelligent about our naming conventions when moving to Iterable. The next thing we want to be very intelligent about is typing. What is typing? Typing is when you add new data to Iterable. The most common, 100% the most common and irreversible mistake people make in Iterable is they try to send a date to Iterable, but they don't spell the date correctly in the format that Iterable expects. And Iterable considers that date to be a string, and you can never use it in date math calculations ever. And then you have to send a new version of that date, and you have to make up a new name, and invariably the new name for the date is not as good as the old name for the date, and then you have two names for the date, just one dangling off in the platform, confusing everyone. So make sure that your data is typed perfectly. If it's a number, you have to send it through as a number without quotation marks. If it's a date, you have to send it through as an ISO formatted date string with milliseconds, period. There's a few other formats, but you have to just be very careful about your dates. And if it's a string, well then if it's a string, it's easy.